According to the page I found about him, he was working at a video store at the time. On this page, which is actually in the link, where he says expelled, no abuse of company resources, and procystilline, I can't really pronounce that, allowed. He posted a video about losing a job and sought to work as an evangelist. During this job, he claimed to have been fired for watching a video in which God is mentioned and for distributing his Kent Hovind DVDs to customers. According to the document, according to the document, this is actually the third job he lost for the same reason. He's been distributing this DVD to customers along with the actual sales for free, and he was using a DVD burner to produce hundreds of them. That is almost in a way trying to force people to accept Christianity. That is wrong. Forcing someone to Christianity does not mean that they have the actual love there. There's no point. It's almost like a worthless cause. It's not how Christianity is actually supposed to be operated. The people need to accept it with their own mind and hearts. Forcing them is the wrong idea. And that's another problem I have. I have tried to talk to people about coming into Christianity. I have succeeded actually with a couple. Namely this man I know at school, this man I know at my school, and my girlfriend. Actually, technically, my girl was a doubter. Was actually doubting, but I reassured her. That's not important. The point is to accept your beliefs. It's pretty much just like how the Muslim culture. If you don't believe this religion, you enter this religion. If you try to leave, you die. That itself is just as bad. I don't agree with that at all. The other thing is the actual charity fraud that he had. It's bad enough that he had racist views about this thing, but the fact that he cheated people out of their money is also I cannot accept. That is something I cannot accept. He did not send the money. He was claiming the money to go for a 6 children hospital, but it never did. It went towards his car payments. It went to his car payments, tuition, and trying to continue his ministry. Barely any one of that, or maybe even none of it, went to the actual children's hospital. Cheating people out of their money just to continue for your own self gain is wrong. Now this is sort of like a defense for him, but also an offense against him. He did a couple times in a couple videos. He claimed that he had to leave YouTube due to death threats on his family. It's now been proven that those death threats were indeed, of course, false. But when it came to the Muslim one, it's like honestly, I wouldn't actually have been surprised if that was true. Anyone who has made fun of the Muslim culture has actually usually been shot. Theo van Gogh, he was a famous Dutch filmmaker. He was murdered in 2004 by Muslim extremists who believe just because he had insulting views towards Muslim women in one of his films. Not to mention the fact that his wife and several members of his film crew actually have to go into hiding now because of the creators of South Park have been issued a death threat. Muslim culture because of the way they portrayed Muhammad in one of their recent episodes of South Park.
A threat against the creators of South Park, a warning by a radical Islamic group right here in America, right here in New York, that they will end up dead because of a cartoon.
You've done this town a huge favor, Muhammad.
Hold on a second! Stop! There are some extremists threatening that if we give Muhammad to the celebrities, they're gonna bomb us.
What?
Oh, it's just a stupid threat. Come on, we don't want to piss off Tom Cruise again. Alright.
Technically, I would not have actually been surprised if those rumors were true, based on that assumption. However, Venomfangx did indeed lie to the community, because the threats were never posted public. If he had the threats with him, if at the time he posted those videos, if he had indeed posted the threats, or at least provided pictures of what the threats look like, because especially if he got them through email, a simple print screen and then added them to his video would have worked perfectly. And judging from the way I see, and I watched a couple of his videos, he does have the technology and the software to put the pictures in. I mean, who really can't with Windows Movie Maker? So lying about... Hell, for all I know, I'm pretty sure that one video about the Muslims giving him death threats could have actually been used as a ploy to throw hatred towards Muslims. Therefore, I have no reason to believe. Therefore, I have no reason to believe him. I have not seen any letters. I have not seen. He has not taken any real action with it, and he has continued to post. And he has continued to post videos up at least until 2000, towards the end of 2009 and early 2010. Especially when DPR Jones and thunderfOOt have begun to, put pressure on this. Put pressure on Venomfangx. Now, you have to understand my personal beliefs on this. You have to remember, I am a confirmed Christian, and I do accept the views of Christianity. There are some scientific views I accept, like natural selection. Natural selection is a fact, is a true fact in life. The one thing you do have to understand, though, is natural selection does not prove evolution at all. My personal beliefs on the Venomfangx issues is Venomfangx, although I believe he does accept the Christianity, I do not think he is not preaching it the right way. And towards near the end of his time on YouTube, I believe that he was, and I believe around the time near the end, before the end, when he left YouTube, I think really he was throwing his ministry in a completely different direction. He has a couple of videos on here. I'm actually providing a link to the mere channel. You can take a look, and you can tell near the end that his videos is taking a completely different direction. Especially when the video Satan invented evolution. Darwin invented evolution. Is it wrong? Yes. There's not enough. Of course it is. There's not enough evidence to prove it, despite what anyone says. If you look at his videos, you can tell that he's sort of throwing his ministry into a completely different direction, which is something I'm saying. The fact that he's lied several times and has even made a fraud also does not support his thing. The reason actually that me, a brother, is deciding to bring out my views on this is because the most people who are bashing him are atheists. Pretty much what we have going on is a one-sided argument. We have a one-sided argument. Technically, any comment made by somebody who doesn't believe in God towards Venomfangx is really just nothing more than bias, which therefore we can automatically disregard. But for me, somebody who actually believes in the faith and disagreeing with the way Venomfangx is acting shows a lot more significance. The way I'm not normally one to post videos like this because I really believe YouTube is just the kind of place that should be used for fun and serious thing, and not for anything and not for serious parts, with the exception of a select few. But whatever. But that's just how I believe. I'm not the one who runs YouTube. I'm not the millions of people who post it. I'm just a single user expressing my views on a single subject. So what's the conclusion behind the Venomfangx issue? I believe Venomfangx is a liar. I have no doubts in my mind that he has deceiving the people, cheating the people out of their money, and expressing highly racial views. All three of those are condemnable. Forcing people, while I ever endorse forcing someone to accept my religious views. If you don't want my religious views, fine, but don't go back. But if you don't want to get me angry, don't go bashing me just because of me expressing my opinion. If you don't want me to do anything, just tell me don't try to convert, and I won't do it. If somebody constantly hounds at you, that's wrong. I won't agree with that person, and nor will I help that person.